Welcome to Tonic Grooves. I'm your host, Rouchos, the show that unearths and curates a choice selection of subterranean grooves. Hope you enjoyed the first hour of the show. But coming up in the second hour, or maybe a bit more, we got Trailbraker with us. Trailbraker is a vinyl DJ at heart. While he's happy to play on any medium, the feel and challenge of playing on vinyl is a refreshing analog escape from our increasingly digital world. Although he loves techno and house, and just a quick glance at his record box back here, he sure does. Trailbraker will often change it up in sets with anything from disco to new wave to electro. Having played at Toronto's night shift parties, Theorie, as well as broadcasts on Bleep Radio, Invisible City, and right here at CTRL Room, and a 5-hour all-vinyl deep house set at Supercar Day at the Paddock Motor Club, expect Trailbraker to bring a diverse selection of wax that'll make you want to move. Trailbraker, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. I've been following you for a while. I found your mixes to be, well, very interesting. You're definitely out of the ordinary. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you fall into DJing? How long ago was that?
So I got into electronic music a long time ago, more on the listening side, and then into kind of following and getting into the dance floor. But then, I was on a trip to Australia back in 2011 and met up with a friend down there. We went into a record shop and heard this Red Shape record and had to buy it. And then had a record, didn't have anything to play it on, so then I had to get the gear. And then, the rest was, as they say, history. So I ended up, a few friends helped me out in terms of figuring out how to DJ, and then got more and more into it and practiced every day and got half-ass decent at it.
So I've been listening to quite a few of your sets on, Mixcloud and the likes, but every one of your mixes is a sort of dance music discovery journey. What can you tell us about how you pick your records and or plan your set?
Well, I don't do a ton of planning. I will pick out some records. Sometimes I'll want to pick a specific mood. If I go out and play in a club, I'll stay a little bit more towards a common theme. If it's more for kind of home listening, then I tend to get a little bit more diverse. So I've actually put up some mixes that might kind of tend to be a bit more towards what I play in a club. So sticking more or less to one genre, not exactly, because I'd like to change it up. But yeah, the mixes online, I like to explore. I like to see what fits. I like to go from 4 on the floor to kind of like breakbeat electro or something like that. So I like to play around, change it up, and kind of see what goes with what. Now,
you talking about your DJ mixes, do you feel that your approach to DJing in general has changed recently?
I don't know. I think as I gain more experience, I learn what kind of risks I can take, what kind of risks I shouldn't take, and when I should take them. So I don't know if there's a huge change in my style. I think if there is a change, it would just be more in my comfort level and just gaining experience overall.
All right. Now, you brought with you a box of records.
Yes, I did.
Why do you feel vinyl is so important to DJing, especially electronic dance music?
Well, like you said in my bio, I like that analog touch. I was having this conversation with someone the other day where things like vinyl records or using a manual transmission in a car, like having a car with a standard gearbox, it's nice, it's fun. It's like you can argue all day as to which one's better, but realistically, it's not that it's better, it's just more fun. There's something about it. There's a soul to it. There's that analog approach, being able to hold the record in your hand, put it down on the turntable. Maybe the record's a little bit warped and you got to play around that. it's fun. It's a different challenge, and it's there's a bit of, I guess, romanticism to it that I like.
So you brought up something very interesting that I'd like to get into. It has to do with your life beyond the decks.
Okay.
Unless I'm terribly mistaken, you give racing lessons.
I do. So I am also a race car driver, and I also, a big chunk of my income comes from teaching people how to drive on racetracks. So everyone from beginners, where it's their first day on a racetrack, to helping established racing drivers shave off the last few tenths of a second on their lap times.
So what relationship, if any, does that have on your music taste?
I don't know. Maybe I like more energetic music because of it. I'm not sure. One thing that I think has made me feel has been a transferable thing from the racing side of things is being comfortable in front of a crowd, and when you're stepping up, either in a race car, you're about to race, the pressure that you feel there versus the pressure you feel behind the decks, it's the same sort of thing. So like mentally, I'm kind of, I guess, trained from the racing side of things to feel that pressure behind the decks and not have it affect me, or be able to thrive on it even.
All right. So how about plans for the summer? Are you going to be focusing on events? Can we expect any productions or releases of your own?
Productions, not. I'm just sticking my toe in those waters now. Got a few little machines that I'm going to be playing around with. Not planning on releasing any music anytime soon. I kind of need to feel my way into the darkness there. That said, DJing wise, I think I've got something coming up in July. So working on that. We'll have to see. We have to confirm before I announce, but yeah, should be fun. We'll see. I'll be out there playing some music for people, hopefully.
All right. And like once you have the event details, make sure to let everyone at Control Room know. We'd be happy to support you. Trailbreaker.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Coming up.